I'm Chud Durkin. I'm only 27, and I am a machine, yeah. I am an executive pastry chef and have been for about 10 years. I produce high-end products for hotels, casinos, country clubs, airlines, supermarkets. I do 20 wedding cakes a weekend. I'm trained to work days without sleep and food and water. It just feeds the adrenaline in me. I did my first competition in high school, and I've never stopped competing. I compete to win, so that's kind of what I'm gonna do.
The search for the sweet genius begins. Chef Ron Van Israel.
You all have proven expertise in desserts, but I'm looking for that spark of pure genius that sets one of you apart. First, you will have 40 minutes to make me a frozen dessert.
I make plethoras of ice cream and sorbets. I'm pumped. I'm ready to rock and roll. I compete all the time. It's like my blood, you know? It makes me motivated. To be a sweet genius, you have to have education, knowledge, technique. That's what I'm good at. I am a master of this trait. I'm doing multiple components. I'm pushing myself, so I'm going to use a shot glass with the pear puree cordial to give me that shape, that flow, to make the high heel. I am hoping Chef Ram sees the techniques that I put forth. If I needed parchment paper, where would I find it? Is there any
Couldn't find that. You know what I use? My sketch paper.
Yeah, thanks, Chef. I appreciate it. Victor knows his stuff. He gets what it is to be a good chef. I think the thing that goes against him is being an older gentleman and not having the speed and intensity that you need in order to do a timed competition. I'm trying to get the dessert to look like the heel, so I was like, need to be literal. Well, I'm a really good freehand piper. Pipe 2 high heels, no problem. Dust them with gold, it's exactly what it is.
What do we have here?
Brie cheese. Perfect, I did pear. What a great combination. I was like, I win. My plan was to make an additional frozen component with the pear sorbet because I wanted to show texture and skill. You know, I wanted to show layering. Brie vanilla ice cream it is. Brie cheese ice cream with vanilla bean. That's the last components. Well, I have extra pear puree. Let me make a pear shot. Flavors are very important to Chef Ram, so I spliced that with a little orange liqueur to kind of add depth. Perfect. I feel good. I feel good. I feel confident. Amos's dessert, it looked like grandma's porridge with a giant afro on top. I was like, ooh.
Chef Chud.
I wanted to create something with balance, and I feel like high heel shoes, you need a lot of balance in order to do it. It's a pear and orange liqueur sorbet, the brie and vanilla bean ice cream, and under that is a salt and vinegar potato chip streusel.
Elegance. Provocative. Potato chips. Undiscernible. I don't taste vinegar and the salt. I wish there was more. You will get 50 minutes to bake me a stunning and delicious baked dessert. And what ingredient do I have for you here?
Bubblegum. I'm like, how can I make anything delicious with bubblegum? Gum is texturally chewy. I'm gonna incorporate the flavor, but make something creamy. I melt it in the heavy cream, strain it out, and I proceed to make bubblegum creme brulee. I want to make the inspiration literal and show new techniques. So I'm going to make the whole turtle and then have the turtle on top of the creme brulee.
Surprise! A very nice ingredient is coming your way. But will it work nicely with your dessert? Rainbow carrots.
The carrots came out like bubblegum and carrots, and I'm like thinking, I gotta keep them on a separate plate. Bam, inspiration comes in. I'll use it as sea kelp, the turtle's food. Salt, 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 salt. I am also making a passion fruit crumble. The carrots will go on top of that. I'm a sweet genius because I'm doing multiple components. I'm doing a lot of flavors, I'm pushing skills, showing techniques. This dessert is going to put me above the rest. I start the sugar turtle. I cooked it to 155 degrees Celsius, which I could tell by the bubble. Poured it out, and then I started kneading air into it to make it beautiful.
5 minutes left.
I am struggling a little bit to keep the shine while getting the shape. I'm trying my best to cut it clean so it will sit on top of the ramekin and then make the legs as fast as I can.
Can't forget the turtle's tail.
Plate the slaw on the wrong dish.
3, 2, 1.
Creme brulee, slaw, turtle.
Time is up. That is it.
I feel a little disappointed in myself that I made a dumb error. The slaw should have been with the passion fruit. I am hoping Chef Ram doesn't think it's disgusting.
Chef Chud, should I start with the turtle?
Yeah, it's thin enough that you can actually break the turtle. At least you have some fun, right? Inside is actually a carrot cucumber slaw with a hint of mint, and then a bubblegum creme brulee, and a passion fruit crisp.
Your bubblegum creme brulee is a fantastic surprise. It's mellow, creamy, hidden underneath a shell of hard, crackling sugar. However, once I got to the carrot, it was a mess. How do the strands of carrots and cucumber and mint go with bubblegum?
Of course, I mean, carrots don't mesh well with bubblegum. I'm not gonna tell him I messed up.
I tasted all the ingredients. I think it was good, and it tasted fine.
Do you think it was a good combination?
I think all the flavors overall on the plate, yes.
I am nervous. If I get moved on to the next round, I will make a dessert that is gonna blow his socks off.
Chef Chud, Chef Amos, which one of you will claim the title of Sweet Genius?
I will, Chef.
I'm sending you a mandatory ingredient. Candied apples. Masquerade mask.
It's the final round, just me and Amos. My whole idea is to use chocolate in every possible form. It's a little risky, but I want to do it right. I take popcorn, hazelnuts, and hazelnut flour, a little butter, a little sugar, make a crust for this chocolate cake, which is so thick and decadent, and then right to the oven. So immediately I need to set that gelée. I take the candied apple, measure it out, melt the gelatin, emulsify it into the puree, set it in the freezer. Done. I have 7 gold medals in certified competitions, but I've never been tested this way. I just need to make sure that everything's tight, everything's clean. I want to be certified as a master chef. That's why I do a lot of these competitions, because I'm building myself.
Here we go again, chefs. Wheatgrass.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I probably have this in the bag, but I think it needs something else. It's time for a nice warm item. It's Mardi Gras. It needs a beignet. I'm gonna make my beignet batter, which is a basic cake batter.
Make wheatgrass chocolate ganache.
And take the ganache, dip it in the batter, drop it in the oil, and it creates these bite-sized molten lava cakes, which, I mean, who doesn't love that? So I just want to keep them warm, so I put them in the oven. I really need to make sure that I am very literal with the inspiration, so I'm gonna make a chocolate mask.
Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I really need to make sure the plating is perfect.
4, 3, 2, 1. That is it, chefs. Step away from the plates.
The timer goes off, everything's on there except the beignet. The one element that really was true and dear to me. I left it in the oven.
Chef Chud.
Well, from the top, there's the chocolate mask, milk chocolate ice cream, then a chocolate decadence torte with candied apple gelée. Sits into a wheatgrass and chocolate consommé.
That is an impressive chocolate presentation.
And it would have had a wheatgrass chocolate beignet, but I forgot it.
I would have loved to try those deep-fried beignets. You had so many different projects going on at the same time. Were you overly ambitious?
Oh, probably, yeah.
When I think genius, I think a dude in his lab, you know, smoking elixirs and knowledge, like just knowing everything. And I feel like I possess that.
Chef Chud, in that test, you were no sweet genius.
I cooked it like it was my last. And it just didn't, I guess, come through. It didn't transcend.